Welcome to Free Coding Academy series on how do computers work. This is episode 1. Okay, first, what will be covered in this video series? First, we're going to cover what is a computer and how does it work in this video. The next video will go over how a CPU works. The third video will go over how a motherboard works. The fourth video will cover how operating systems work. The fifth video will go over how computer memory works. The sixth video will cover how computer storage works. The seventh video will cover how input and output devices work. And the eighth video will cover how graphics and GPUs work. Okay, first, what is a computer? So a computer is a machine that processes information. Essentially, computers take input, perform operations, and produce output. They accomplish this by using hardware and software. So what are the components of a computer system? First, you have the central processing unit, or CPU. And this is like the brain of the computer, which follows instructions and performs calculations. Next, you have the memory, or RAM. And this is temporary storage for data that the CPU is using at the moment. Next, you have storage. So you can have a hard drive or SSD, and this covers long-term storage for files, programs, and operating systems. Next, you have the motherboard, which is the main circuit board that connects all components and allows communication between them. And continuing on, you have input devices, which are tools like a keyboard, mouse, and microphone that allow users to input data into the computer. Then you have output devices like monitors and speakers that display or output results to users. And then you have a power supply, which converts electricity into usable power for the system. So how does a computer process information? On your computer, when you run a program or click a button, these are the basic steps that happen. First, input is received from a device like a keyboard or mouse. Next, the CPU gathers instructions from memory or storage. Then the instructions are decoded and followed using the CPU's control unit and arithmetic logic unit. Then data is stored temporarily in RAM to be accessed quickly. Finally, results are sent to output devices such as your screen. Next up, software and the operating system. So what is hardware? Hardware refers to the physical parts of the computer. Hardware cannot do much by itself, so it needs software. Software tells the hardware what to do. So an operating system is the most important piece of software. And popular examples include Windows, Mac OS, or Linux. Software does the following. It manages memory and processes, controls input-output devices, provides a user interface, and ensures programs run securely and efficiently. Next up, binary and logic. So computers do not understand words. They understand binary, which are ones and zeros. So every instruction is represented as a sequence of bits. So bits are the unit for binary digits, ones or zeros. So logic gates in the CPU manipulate bits. Logic gates take one or more binary inputs and produce a single binary output. Next up, transistors switch on and off to represent binary. So on represents 1, and off is represented by a 0. So billions of these operations happen every second. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and watch episode 2 on how CPUs work next.